Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one I'm going to be doing like a roster tour and plans ahead of my talent up on the free-to-play account. Kind of give you guys hopefully an idea of how I approach the roster building, why I make the decisions I'm going to make, especially when like resources are tight on a newer account, free-to-play account, trying to make the right decisions on who to level up and why. And you're going to see a lot of them are going to be like trainer focused more than fighter focused, because you simply can't make things work without the trainers. So we're going to start off with the ladies by class. And the great news is I have the tokens and the shards to take Roxanne up to her training ability maxed at 4 green, 4 red. So I will be doing that in Talent Up for sure. I would rate that as my #1 move. Getting the dual MP trainers to 4 MP is massive. So yeah. And this month, Braun Breaker is free as long as I get to 130,000 solo points in my MLC, which I have no doubt I can do. So he will need to go to 6-star bronze as well. So all of the striker tokens will be saved after that. So I won't make any striker moves, even though Naya is my best lady fighter and I do want to take her up. It's going to have to wait for after Braun, right? So there's that. And then after Naya, then we have Liv here, Jersey Liv, who has awesome training ability, but that takes gold, and I'm a long way away from that. So 21k is where we'll go for her. And we'll probably be able to do the 21k before we take Naya up to a 6-star, right? A significant or meaningful level. Braun is also chaotic, so I'm not really at least I'm pretty sure Braun might be aggressive. So I'm not really thinking I'll probably get the shards for her to go to 6-star bronze for a while. So likely the order will be um, Roxanne, Braun, her to 21k, then Naya, right? So that kind of takes care of that. Lady Powerhouse is just a one-person race. It's Piper. Boss Man is more useful. So they're waiting on the tokens, right? Boss Man and Piper are fighting for the tokens. I have the shards to take Piper to 6-star bronze and beyond, all the way to 6-star gold. She'll almost for sure be my first 6-star gold Lady Powerhouse. Man, I would love to get her gear one of these days, because then I can play her safe, and she'll be super incredibly useful for this account for a long time. Um, but it's between her and Boss Man and the men for the power. They're fighting for the Powerhouse tokens. Luckily, I don't think I have any other coaches that I have like a super need to get up, so that's helpful. Uh, Lady Trickster is gonna be for sure Raquel, also because she's 2 MP, and then the bleed, right? And I don't have like Apollo, missing a ton of bleed stuff, so 2 black MP, and then the bleeds on all things. Again, 21k the initial focus, because it gives 2 and 50, and then it's all the way to 6-star gold for the last 75%. So we'll focus on that 21k first with her. That's my Lady Trickster focus. I can use her as a fighter. Kyrie has a decent one too. As with the coach bleeds 21k as well, so we'll want to get her to 21k. Especially because I again lack bleed trainers, no Woods, no Phoenix, so Kyrie will get a ton of use, so 21k for her. And then maybe potentially this. I want to try and avoid it though. For the sub trainer there, because ideally we just take Logan up and then we would use purple coach and Logan for the purple sub. So that seems kind of wasted. Dakota's ability's okay, but not really in a hurry. So really not really in a hurry on any of the other ones for the Lady Tricksters. Um, like I said, she can work as my fighter as well, so there's really no reason to mess with anyone else. Lady Acrobat, I would take her gold in a heartbeat. The only issue is shards. I need Tiffy shards because it's defensive, and you can see there's only these 2 things, and Cena needs them more. So yeah, Tiffy isn't going anywhere, sadly, for a very long time. EO is quite nice. Training ability. And she won't be my best fighter, but 21k gives 2 black MP and 65% move damage, and since it's going to be a long time before I can level up either of my defensive acrobats, 21k will be a focus. This is 6-star bronze, maybe not, but the 21k absolutely will happen right away. And then after that, the Kyrie one is interesting to me. I don't think I have as many 2 red MPs, and at 9k, she gets 1 red, 2 cross breaks, 25%, and then 21k, she gets 2 red, 2 cross breaks, and 50% to cross break gem damage. So she's one on my radar as well. Be super useful. Lady Showboat, almost done with the promoters. 1 and about 5% left to go. Basically, essentially 1, and then I can start focusing on Charlotte's gears from there, which will help quite a bit when we get like all 3. But I again lack the trainers for her to be super great, and also I still don't think I've obtained a strap for her, which she can't work without a strap at all for me. So there's that. Mherex has an okay training ability, to be honest, and then Bailey's is great. But you're going to see the males, I have somebody I need to focus on first. But I would love to get Bailey to 21k for 2 green MP and 65% green move damage, right? That's a really solid training ability. And, you know, we got plenty of tokens there, so that's good. I think it's just a matter of like TP on some of the colors, but my TP is in a decent spot as of today before the talent up. So she's probably primary focus up to 21k, and then hold. And then probably Mherex is my most worth bringing to like 6-star bronze. Defensive showboat, I would probably try and get shards for her though, and not use any of them. You know what I mean? Because she should be easier to get shards. So once we get to 4k, potentially 6-star bronze, and her training abilities snowfalls and red. Red MP and snowfalls, big damage. So 21k gives us 2 and 75%. So that's kind of a focus. But I don't really have any big snowfall damage people, so it's not a huge deal. And then going into techs, May is one of my better lady fighters. I wouldn't mind taking her to 6-star bronze. We do have 1440 shards, so that's useful. But then like we do have enough to take her 6-star bronze, without dipping into Patterson shards, which we wouldn't want to. These ones are all fine to take, so that is certainly an option. But we also need to keep in mind other technicians that are aggressive and if that would be better or not. But May is looking like a pretty good play there. Nikita is going to stay here. She'll do what I need to there until she can be replaced. And then Lady Tex, there's really no need to level any of these. If I get a super strong leech person, then maybe I would consider Bailey at coach for the flat leeches. But as of now, with having to really hoard my resources, not going to happen. And it doesn't really look like I'm too close on any of the other ladies. Becky, I'm 700 away. She'll be my showboat for sure, and she's my focus currently on going shards on prize walls, right? So if I can get her like next month maybe, then I can really focus her and bringing her up, and she has a good coach as well with botch gems, right? Which I don't have a lot of. And she's a chaotic showboat, so we'll have to consider that with showboat shards as well for the males when we get there, right? Bailey's defensive, Mherex is defensive, so yeah. Now let's check out the dudes. So by class, this is still just kind of, I mean, it's striker by attitude era committee for me. All of my strikers that are good are attitude era, like literally all of them. JBL, Austin, Brutus, Brett, right? So like, it's gonna be Roxanne, and then Braun. Like I said, this is a really good coach in Hall of Fame Hogan. So I will start working him up because it might be a while before I get some rainbow gem damage people. And he's like is not as good as Austin, but still we can get him 21k and 20% all gems. So I'll probably slowly start working him potentially. And who else is like really jumps out at me? Like, so Brett's trainer is going to be good because I don't have any zombies. Hopefully I'll get like the free ones like Gunther and Chelsea this October. If not, Brett is completely mandatory, right? He's one of the better trainers before the zombies, so or coaches rather. So there's that. Is there anyone else? He's flat damage. Probably don't super care because it's a trainer. I care way more about those at coach than trainer because they're so hard to make work at trainer. Batista is still on my radar to take up. He's is also, I think his trainer's decent. Yeah, Pyro Gems 200% blue, right? So he's still on my radar and he's Ruthless Aggression. Just Striker's kind of jammed up for me. As you guys saw with my ladies, I think the ladies would have priority over pretty much any of these for me. Um, with the exception Austin somewhere in there because he's really, really good. Um, even before you can do his fast stuff, his sub control bleed stuff is really quite good. Um, Yeah, so that's kind of the striker situation. The males aren't going to really move much, just like last month. Powerhouse, we kind of got we got Rick really to where he needed to go, to be honest, right? Short of taking him to 6-star bronze, he's got the 21k. Blue moves do 2 MP and 65% more blue subs. So Rick is pretty good now. I wouldn't mind taking him to 6-star bronze when I have to do new gen tasks for triple green. It's just easier. Boss Man, who I actually have hype for on the free to play, I hit 100 and then I hit 10 like once or twice. I can actually take him to hype 3 when I have some more characters to hype 2. So that works out because he's my male powerhouse of choice. We'll use the tokens we have to take him gold. 6-star gold, or sorry, 5-star gold during talent up, and then we're going to be short these for 6-star bronze, which is where we really want to get him. Is 6-star bronze, but 5 gold will be better in general. 5-star gold will help, and that's where the powerhouse tokens are all going. So yeah, Veer has a leech green, whatever. This is a good coach for me, but I can't afford the tokens right now. He would be after Piper. It's a good coach for me, not probably a great coach, but good. So there's that. Actually, we can probably get him to 21k. We'll try that during talent up. So that would do what we need to actually. So that would be good because he's 5-star gold. Yeah, that would be good. Um, who else? Farouk. Leech is in purple. I don't really need it, you know, so he can wait. I want to say Razar is kind of interesting as a trainer. Purple, no, not really. Yellow and purple gems, probably won't need it. Seamus, coach. I like these coaches. Blue gem, you know, so flat blue gem, so that could potentially help. So we might keep an eye on that. If there's anyone that I end up really needing for it, we'll keep an eye on that. This one, Brutus. The Creed brothers have really loaded, right? Blue gems do 60% damage. Traps create 3 more. Green moves start with 2 more MP. So Brutus is kind of on that short list, I guess, for me. Like 21k would be great because we get a decent chunk there. 26k would be fine, you know, and then 31k would be good. So Brutus is kind of on the list of people I am targeting to move up, as I like his training ability a lot. So that's probably mostly the powerhouses. Again, Boss Man 1, though, Piper 2. I would love to take Sammy up as a Sammy Mark, too, so maybe not as useful as a lot of others on my roster, though. Greens and immobiles, it's whatever, right? It's okay. So Trickster, Trickster, we have some options. The best option would be Mosh to 5-star gold, or yeah, 5-star gold, because max 5-star gold and stars filled, which we have, gives him his max training ability. So that's number 1 at Trickster. even over like Raquel for sure on the dudes list. I think for fighter, it's really interesting where I go. We got Hogan here, and I have the shards to take him, right? Because he's at 3K. And then he gets his +2 matchy match, which I feel like this account probably could really, really use. So that's gonna be hard not to do like right away, really. Um, to be honest, especially with like Piper having to choose to line stuff up. So that's very tempting. Um, Priest is the same situation. He's got to go all the way gold to get better, so he's going to chill here for a long while on this account, sadly, because I love those training abilities. Bubba's really good fighter, so I kind of would, he's kind of it's between him and Ozzy, really. But Raquel helps Ozzy a lot because it works on traps, and he's got a big bleed. So Ozzy gets way more interesting to me with that because the bleed is so big, right? And I don't really need a strap, but you can see I actually have good straps for him. So Ozzy, I think, probably goes past Bubba in the fighter department. Um, but let's see how the shards look here. You can see we're still a long way. So there's really no reason to dump anything into Aussie right now because we're still a long way on shards. So maybe Hogan is back in the lead to take 6-star for the matchy match. I think probably. Kali gives us the coach ability with draining MP at 18k, so he's good for me for now. Dom is a good trainer, but I don't want to take him 6-star bronze yet. He's high enough to do what he needs to once we get him to 21k. So we'll get him to 21k and then get the two blue 30%, right? So 21k would be the focus there. I have this fuse to take him to 5-star silver, so that's quite helpful. Yeah, Macho, we need the moment and stuff, which is nowhere to be found, sadly. I have a lot of the stuff to make Macho work too, so really, 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 really would like to get that moment, so but it never shows up even though it's been given out for free. That one's kind of a bummer. Let's see. Memrock, decent coach for me because he adds an extra multiply gem and I don't have that option with anyone, so maybe a decent coach. 17k worth it for him, I think, for me. Yes. um that's probably the short-term trickster stuff. There's other good coaches in here, right? And trainers, but those are like the ones I'm more focusing on early. Is the ones I mentioned, right? So Ozzy, we're waiting on shards, like a lot of this account. Mosh will go up, talent up for sure first with tokens. If we have enough left, then I'll probably take Hogan to bronze for the matchy match, and then work on Raquel, getting her to like 21k, and then Dom to 21k. So that's probably how Trickster will work, and that's why I would focus that, because everything works on everyone else. Obviously, this is my main focus here for Acrobat, my #1 focus, because he's such a good fighter. But you can see we need about another 100,000 hurricane shards. So it's just, we're just waiting to hit key pulls. Logan, I would love to take up to 6-star bronze for the +1 turn on the subs. Very useful on an account like this. So I think he's going to, because it's going to take so long with Cena, I think we're going to work on Logan on talent up, to be honest, because that ability will come in pretty clutch. Don't really have the stuff to make him work, missing all the moments, and do I even have, I do have not a good strap. Health for him is not the way we want to go. So just kind of, he would need a moment anyway, so it's not really there. Yeah, probably no one I really want to work on. Maybe Tatanka. Actually, we got the 6-star fuse silver, so we'll definitely do that because we're gonna have boss battle coming up, for sure. So he'll get fused up to 6-star silver, and then his training ability 26k, we can max out yellow subs to MP and do 100% more. So that's good. But that's probably the acro focus, right? It's kind of a short list at acro, to be honest. Showboat gets really, really interesting. Cena, we need to get him up one more for his trainer to get to yellow MP, or we need to fill stars because he's 1 star. I keep hoping I get a fuse because then he would be high enough, right? But we can't. We're saving star fills, of course, for one thing and one thing only. It's this, because once the stars are filled, and we still got a long way to go. They haven't been showing up in the showdown shop at all for me. That gets us 17k Santa. But he's where he needs to be, so we don't need to worry about that. These two both, I would be fine taking up farther. But they don't need to go now, and of course the shards is an issue, and tokens isn't so much an issue currently. But Lex has a great coach ability. 26k 6-star bronze is where we want to get him. 2 purple MP, 30% all color gems, 20% health, 50% kick out, right? Obviously 6-star gold is better, but that's a long way off. So I would like to take him up to 6-star bronze, and let's see how many shards I ended up. I only have 920 shards though. So I was trying to get the Titan plate, so I didn't buy any of his shard packs, and then missed the Titan plate anyway by like 100 things, 100 currency. So that was kind of a mistake on my part, but I didn't know where I'd end up. Should have bought 3 more packs, and then he'd have enough tokens to go up. But again, you can see or not tokens, shards. But it's an issue. Yeah, so that's kind of a bummer. But you guys know who I have. I have Mello, and I got Balor. So the #1 trainer for sure is 26k and 21k Balor at Showboat. So that's going to be my focus anyway, because he'll work on one of my best characters instantly. So he'll go to, all of my Showboat tokens are going here today when I do Talent Up. For those reasons, we're going to get him hopefully to 21k, and then we'll go from there. And 6-star bronze seems likely, given how that it'll help Mello. He is chaotic, just like the other one that we were mentioning. I forget who it was. Oh, Becky, I think, is chaotic, so that kind of sucks. I don't know if I only have 50 shards for him. So we'll have to see how many chaotic shards I end up having for evolves and stuff, but I feel like him for Mello just makes the most sense on my entire roster. So really that's all the Showboat is. I want to take Waller up. I think KO is a decent-ish trainer if I'm not. Yeah, Black Moose, Blue Gems, niche, but Black MP can be useful. So then we move to tech. And just like not so guy tech is much more interesting than lady tech. Gunther got the fuse for 6-star silver, so we just need to put talent into him to get his trainer, which will be clutch. 2 purple MP, 40% purple gem damage, so we'll take him all the way up to 26k, no tokens required, so that's great. Pat Patterson, I would love to take 5-star gold for the training ability, eventually 6-star. But Blue Moose do 65% more and 2 MP. So Patterson is definitely on there. He only has to go gold. Lex, I keep hoping to get some like fuse action. Sammy, so Iron Sheik to 18k. I need 2 probably MP universal reductions at coach, and I have 1 at 18k, so I need to decide if it's him or Steph. Steph's a striker, so probably end up being Iron Sheik because I have less moves I want to make here. Sammy's required for the weekly tour if I want to, and I think he's a sub trainer. Yeah, purple subs 2 MP and subs do 100% more, so we'll take Sammy up probably to 21k actually. And I have the hype, of course, I have hype for him as well, which he's not the worst fighter. but he's a little slightly outdated, but some of the moments I only have, not this one, because they're all faction boss. So not this one, but the NXT one is pretty decent for him, so maybe I can get that. So that's kind of the plans. Coaches, trainers here. Miz is an okay coach. Lex is awesome. Cross is okay. Brett is a finisher, and he's required all the time. So it's either this Brett or the other Brett. Rusev, of course, will work during the week, or the month, rather. Drew's where he needs to be. Roman's where he needs to be. Cody is interesting. Punk's interesting, but we got him here sitting 6-star bronze. So probably Punk is the better is the better play, because he's also got a really nasty sub build that you can sub into the multiplies without cascade risk. So that's probably how I would play him. Also, I'm much more likely to get sub plates on this account. So I do like taking Punk up. So I think we'll get, I think the order for Tex will be like Gunther to his 26k, Pat Patterson to 21k, and then maybe 21 and 21 here, and then probably focus on taking Punk up, because we can make do with Tongaloa for now, right? So that's probably the priority there at Tech. And yeah, I think that's just kind of what we're looking at. And I think at this point, let's go to here. Class talent. So Cena has a strap, and I think I can afford to unlock it at this point. No reason not to, I think, anymore, because I have some strap currency now. So I'd like to get this fully unlocked. So we'll do that, and maybe see about putting some medals on him and stuff. Let's see. Mello, I still don't have red takedown 2, unfortunately. My kingdom for that, it would just help him out a bunch, but Balor will help too. Goldberg, I'm sure no strap still. Yeah, sad panda. Definitely want a strap for Goldberg bad. Bubba has a strap. It's a decent one for him, but it's move damage and it's all kind of wonky. So eventually, oh, we do get a gem damage one. So we'll eventually switch over to gem damage, probably with Bubba when we get better stuff. For now, move damage is fine, and he's probably not my main focus at fighter anyway. Boss man, of course, we have 150% move damage strap, which is dope. And then we have to switch the red metal takedown metal out. So I'll probably put on a set of Fury 2 if I have a red percentage. It looks like I don't. Until I can get another one. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'll do one set of like Fury 2 on him, maybe even double set. Just to get the red percentage. Probably one Fury 2, one takedown, so I don't have to switch this off of Mellow. Or actually, I'll just take Piper's when not in use, when Boss Man gets up to 5-star gold or 6-star bronze, so that works. So we can get some takedown 2s for him, and takedown 3s for him and Mellow. But awesome move damage strap there, right? I was super stoked when I got that. So he's kind of pretty good strap. We do need to do a little bit of metal updating there for sure. Short term, if we need to, we can just move this strap 60% gem. Oh, we've gotten 100% gem now. So those two of them, those could go on Punk. One of those two when we get him there, but we could just put it on him short term and then move it to Punk. So I'll probably end up doing that. Nice, 100% gem, 50% move for Austin. Okay. Very cool. Ozzy, we do have 100% strap. We're definitely going to do that. Because he's definitely usable. And 5-star gold, is a little bit not too bad on my account for how hard he hits. So there's that. Truth. We just kind of been throwing this one around between my modern. Now we got a 60% gem, so we'll probably eventually switch to that. Who else? Who else? He's actually not bad for me for legend requirements, so I'll probably put that on. We'll see. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do. Punk, we can rotate that one. Flex, we don't have a strap for. And yeah, now we're down to doesn't really matter this second. So let's check the ladies. Now, Roxanne will probably be fighting for us. Because she's going to be 6-star bronze. We can just steal Naya's strap when we need to do that. So we're good there. Love to get a strap. Oh, we do have strap for me. All right. Okay, that works. We can upgrade Piper to 100% move. That seems kind of like a no-brainer. Okay. We'll get those metals switched out when we go to the metal stage next. All right, Lady Fighter. Naya's got that. It's okay. I don't use you a lot, so it'll have to be fine. You have all of these options in here, right? So, yeah, we're just share straps probably there short term when we need to. And yeah, I don't think I'm using anyone else really currently for them. So I think we're good. We're pretty good. Yeah, I think we're pretty good. The strap. So okay, that's the roster tour on the free to play, what I'm gonna build and why, and if you want to see how the talent up actually goes, let me know. And yeah, that's what I got for you. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it helps kind of let you know why I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. Also lets you see how the account is progressing, and then the talent up will also show you with me triaging, of course, the coins, TP and all that stuff, but you know, she's going to be number 1 and then I'm laying off strikers till I get Braun, right? So, yeah, that's what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Remember to like, subscribe, and share because that really helps me out. Other than that, thanks for watching. Good luck out there. Yeah, and make sure you like, subscribe, and share, you know, because it helps. It helps a guy out.